Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Ginny.
Smiling. Can't help yourself. Good morning, Dr. Abati. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
Perfect. You look lovely. How are you?
Very
Perfect.
Much.
Good morning, Rufai. How are you this morning?
Perfect.
Excellent. As always. Well, all right. Good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending in Lagos, Nigeria. On Wednesday, social media was abuzz after news began circulating that Lagos monarch Saheed Ademola Elegushi, the Elegushi of Ikate, had scheduled a traditional rite known as the Oro Festival on Saturday, March 18th to disrupt the governorship and House of Assembly elections in Lagos. The Oro Festival is an annual traditional event celebrated by towns and settlements of Yoruba origin. It's usually celebrated only by male descendants who are paternal natives of the specific locations where the particular event is taking place. During the festival, females and non-natives stay indoors, as oral history has it that Oro must not be seen by women and non-participating people. However, the monarch's media aide denied the reports of deliberately restricted movement on election day, stating that people are being mischievous by spreading unfounded allegations against the kingdom, assuring that the festival will not interfere with the conduct of the elections, since the Oro rites would end by 5 a.m. on Saturday, and voters can go about with the exercise. Well, speaking on the development, the governorship candidate of the Labour Party in Lagos, Rhodes-Vivour, in a short video shared on social media, said traditional rulers should know better than engaging in any festival that will disenfranchise voters.
Good morning, Lagos. It's important that I address you because some rumors have been circulating that certain traditional rulers, Baale of Ijegun, Elegushi, are declaring Oro Festival that's supposed to start today and go all the way into Saturday. Our intelligence reporters said that this is unconfirmed, it is a lie, and it is false. These are rumors that people are putting out just to intimidate or scare you. Traditional rulers know better than doing any festival that will in any way disenfranchise any voters. Carry on our activities. We have barely 3 days to go. Interact, network, ensure that we get the maximum voter turnout in these local governments, and be rest assured that we are going to come out in force to ensure that we resist any form of intimidation or harassment on Saturday, and our votes are going to count because we are going to follow through and make sure it counts. Thank you. God bless you.
I'm coming to you on the story. Dr. Abati, I believe you guys had Rhodes-Vivour on the show earlier, and I believe you even asked him a question if he was supporting the Oro Festival. I don't think he had a chance to answer that, but I did ask him again, and he says he's in no way supporting the Oro Festival. But I'm glad that they have come out to clarify that it will not affect the festival. But people don't believe that. They are even calling it what do you call it? A
political Oro. Dr. Abati has labeled it political Oro. And it's interesting because in the statement made by the media aide of the Elegushi, he says that the reason why it's even this Saturday is because they moved it from last week Saturday not to disrupt the elections. It means that it could have been moved. And so when the date was changed to the 18th, why didn't they move it as well? The first aspect for me in seeing this is if it's a disrespect of set down laws and rules, and even of Nigeria as a whole. The federal government gives a directive that we have elections, we have curfew from 12 midnight, and then the traditional ruler decides to set his own curfew or movement at the same time. And so I asked the question, and I tried to ask some legal minds. Okay, in these two cases, who rules? Is it the traditional institution or the laws of the land or the directives from the federal government? Now, in terms of how it impacts the election itself, and that's why people have referred to it as political Oro. I must mention that beyond Elegushi, the Baale of Ijegun as well has declared this week. In fact, I heard he postponed his own from last week to this week, and then you wonder why. If it is not politically motivated, why is the timing coinciding with the elections? Now, why Elegushi is a hotspot is because of how volatile it was during the presidential elections. We haven't yet seen a conclusive report or perhaps action taken with regards to what happened in Elegushi. For those who might have forgotten, this was where we had thugs come to that polling unit and destroy the ballot boxes, threw away some the votes of some people who had casted their ballot. And the Elegushi made a statement that he did not know all the people that were there. He could not recognize the people. And then people from opposite the other side of the express came to that polling unit. And so INEC posted some people he couldn't have known, everyone in his environment who came to vote on that day. So his statement already was suspect. Someone had said, let's not desecrate tradition and culture in Nigeria. It's revered, we respect, and we honor it. Very soon, what we would have is that churches too will say they don't want to have night vigil on the night of election. Muslims will say they want to have lectures because it's a right. We should respect people's the right to worship and religious freedom. So it's very important that we take note of this. We are making a noise about this. The Lagos State Governor, we are looking forward to what he would say in response to this, because he has to make a decision. Do not disenfranchise anyone.
I wanted to address the question, what is Oro? Because to many people who are not Yorubas, who are not Nigerians, they probably don't know what Oro is. Oro is an ancient traditional ritual in Yoruba land, used to cleanse the community and used also for the purposes of justice. But it's a gender-specific festival or ritual, if you like, and it is patriarchal in nature. Women are forbidden from seeing the Oro. And the punishment for it is part of it. You know, there are stories. I'm not in a position to tell what the punishment is. You know, there are stories that people could be killed and all of that. Now, but where the problem is that traditionally, the Oro festival is held at night. But some of these our modern nobles, they now bring out the Oro in daytime. And oftentimes this has caused problems. In 2018, there was a problem in the Pukia, just by the border, when the traditional community decided to bring out the Oro. This led to conflict with the Muslim community. At the end of the day, the matter ended up in court. And Justice Owodunu ruled at the time that Section 38 guarantees freedom of thought. You can be a traditional worshipper. But Section 41 of the 1999 Constitution guarantees freedom of movement. You cannot say people should not move about. Section 42 guarantees discrimination, protection from discrimination. You can't say women cannot move about when they like. So at the end of the day, the court ruled, gave an order of perpetual injunction that you cannot do your Oro festival to disturb other people. He ruled for that if you must do your Oro, it must end at 4 a.m. He ruled for that if you must do Oro, you are the traditional ruler, it must be with the appropriate approval of the state. So the question is, as the Elegushi or the Baale of Ijegun, have they obtained approval from these relevant authorities? In 1999, to remember another example, in Shagamu, 68 persons were killed because of Oro festival. And what was the issue? The Hausa community said, you can't say we can't move about because you are doing Oro. It led to a clash between the Hausa non-indigenous and also the people of Shagamu, the traditional worshippers. 68 persons were killed. The next incident was in Ikorodu. So all these Elegushi and Baale of Ijegun, they should be properly advised about the antecedents in this regard. And they should both realize that if there is any problem, the laws of Nigeria do not grant traditional rulers immunity from prosecution. And that was why I was saying earlier on that the Lagos State government, through the Department of Local Government Affairs and Chieftaincy Affairs, should advise these traditional rulers that the state gave you your staff of office. You have also to ensure a proper balance between tradition and modernity. And if any problem should arise, these traditional rulers should be held responsible, because people are already saying the same Elegushi went to polling unit on February 25 and was saying he didn't want non-indigenous to come and vote within his domain. He doesn't have such authority, and it should be so properly advised.
All right, well said, Dr. Abati. Well, we'll take another story. The governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, on Wednesday kept his promise to support traders affected by the fire outbreak at an auto spare parts market in Olodia-Papa by donating 100 million naira to the victims. The governor paid a visit to the affected site and laid the foundation for a new market building and promised to lessen the hardship experienced by those who lost money and goods to the incident.
People and government of Lagos State, this is to present 100 million naira for the for the traders that are carrying motor spare parts, traders that are here, that we promise that will make this available for them.
Thank you, sir. Excellency. Only thing I have to say here is thank you. May God, Almighty God, continue to bless you forever and ever. All of us here must come out and vote for our Excellency, full of time. We believe in you now, fully, because before they are trying to confuse us, but now we know what you can do to us.
Well, that video has caused a lot of furore, but in another development, the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Wednesday directed the State Ministry of Education to commence investigation into the case of a student who was reportedly sent out of school for using a poster of the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, to wrap her books. The incident was reported to have taken place at Odomola Junior Secondary School in the Ekpe area of the state. The principal of the school allegedly signed an exit letter asking the student named Barinda Marvelous to go home to campaign for Peter Obi against the wish of Lagosians. The Commissioner of Education, Folashade Adefisayo, in a statement said the Lagos State Governor approved the recall of the principal, who will be asked to explain the incident, adding that the Lagos State Government, the Ministry of Education, and its agencies will never instruct any school principal, personnel, or teacher to act in such a manner. Rufai, over to you. I mean, this was circulating all over social media. A lot of outrage with this particular story. If you recall, only, I believe, earlier this week, we took a story where the students were all, told to go, chanting and told to go home to tell their parents to vote the Lagos State Governor.
It's so shocking, the level of desperation going on. And that teacher is not fit to be a teacher. Just a 10-year-old. Can't wrap a book again, and you have to bring politics into it, and you send her home. I don't know what the education ministry is doing, but I'm happy that they've taken action. But I think the action should be bigger than that. This political bigotry has to stop in our society, and most of them are being condoned by the government. Because it favors you, because everybody is giving this rallying cry for them to vote your party and vote you in, does not mean we should take rubbish when we say it. This is absolute nonsense.
Unacceptable.
You are bringing a child into politics that knows nothing about politics. As a teacher, you're supposed to be the custodian. A 10-year-old.
Principal, I heard
a principal,
for that matter. of the school.
So
That's
I don't know what the principal is a principal over. In fact, the principal should be subjected to the principles of life because he lacks wisdom. And we've taken this political thing too far. Just like we've turned it into ethnic, rabid, tribal narrative, which is sad for our country. We don't even see beyond all of this politicking. We don't even see that Nigeria is a laughingstock all over the world, as we've not been able to achieve development. We have failed ourselves and failed our people. But it's just about themselves alone. And when you give them the power, they impoverish people. They make people's life worse off. Politicians, I'm talking to you. Change your ways. Secondly, as regards what's happening in
Lagos State Governor.
Lagos State Governor, I commend him.
Yes.
But please, we must have to bring the perpetrators, those that committed that heinous act, to book. We can't have a state where people will commit arson and murder and kill people and you can't find them. But anyway, when I talk, Oji, what do I know? Is this not the same country that the Attorney General was killed and he didn't get justice because of politics? So are we surprised? And this is since 2003. Bola Ige was killed. Did he get justice? So people can just do things and go scot-free. And when you have a society where there's no morality, there's no rule of law, there's no justice, evil people are not brought to book, then it continues in society. He says he's giving 100 million naira. Yes, as his gift. But you see, a lot of people are also looking at, hey, this is politics season. So is there not a political undertone to it? Because prior to this time, people are asking, what was done? Was this the level of empathy for the people? Although people can come out and react and say, no, he's always been doing this and all of that. But people are asking, is it because of politics that all of a sudden people are visiting all sorts of places, churches and the likes and all of that, and shaking hands with? Is it because of politics?
Yeah.
Is it because of politics?
You're asking those questions because, I mean, I don't know if you heard that video, Rufai. The gentleman there was saying, you know, we want to thank you very much and, you know, advise people to vote the governor. But we have seen the Lagos State governor doing a lot of things. I mean, I don't know if this has to be attributed to politics.
No, it might be his own,
I'm not sure.
It might be his own personal empathy.
But it's unfortunate
but
because
I'm just asking
it's coming at this time.
I'm just asking the question because it is political season.
Yes.
So the question we should ask is it because of politics or genuine care?
He did say in that video that it's not politics. I don't know if you heard the video.
If it's genuine care and genuine response, very good.
Yeah.
But if it's because of only politics that we see our leaders, then it is wrong. Just like I was saying yesterday in the case of Delta, that some people felt they were bigger than the people of Delta and they didn't come for debates.
We'll discuss that.
So is that one too? Is it good? Because you see, the reason why our leaders run riot in this country is because there is no accountability system. And most of the people that are supposed to hold them accountable are the ones that are benefiting from them. So once they benefit from them, they can't talk.
Yeah.
And because they are benefiting from them, others that are speaking up, they try to shut them down.
Right.
All we just want is a governor that is responsive. Governor Sowolu, kudos to you for responding, but please, let's not make it about politics.
Yes.
That's just all I'm saying.
Absolutely. A quick word from you, Dr. Abati, on the student that, you know, was sent home
No, the point is already, clear. You should not use the school system to play politics. I mean, they have civic studies, they have social studies, but to begin to dictate to students who they should vote for, who their parents should vote for, or, to sanction a student for wrapping a notebook with a poster. Look, when we were young children, we used to wrap our notebooks so as to keep it clean. It wasn't about ideology. It wasn't about politics. But the problem is not with the student. The problem is with the teachers. Many of these teachers are sycophants. Look at the video you showed the other day that was in circulation. It's good that the Ministry of Education, Lagos State, has referred to it. That principal and this other one, they should not just be summoned. The State Ministry of Education should make sure that they are sanctioned in order to send strong signal to other teachers within the system, either private schools or public schools, who may be, disorienting these young children by dragging them into the arena of politics for their own opportunistic, selfish, sycophantic reasons. And it's good that the state government is saying we didn't send them on that errand. They are on a frolic of their own.
Absolutely. Well, kudos to the Lagos State government and the governor for intervening on both issues, the fire market as well as the school. We'll take another story. The PDP governorship candidate in Akwa Ibom, Umo Eno, caused a stir on social media on Wednesday after stating during a press conference that if elected governor, he will declare happy hour every Friday to enable bars sell drinks at affordable prices to the people of the state. Let's take a listen before we come back for a discussion.
I tell you one thing. Every Friday, I will have what I call happy hour for the state. And it's simple. What do I want to do with happy hour? I want to create business for people that have facility. So we declare that, okay, you know what, between 5 and 6, these are the bars that will open up. So we pick them randomly and we send someone there, give us these drinks. As people come, if you were to sell for 200, please sell for 50 naira because we've paid you. And we get Akwa Ibom to relax. All work without play makes Jack a dull boy. We will mix play. I believe that if you work hard, you should rest well.
I've gotten so many comments on this story. Somebody say this is my kind of governor.
People are saying this is control. And it's very quickly, I'll just say that of all the issues, I understand that he wants to make people happy. It reminds me of the Commission of Happiness. What happened to her, by the way?
I have no idea.
Does that role still exist?
That's a good point. I'll go pull it up.
I hear that the governorship candidate is into the hospitality industry. So he has hotels, and so maybe that's why he has a particular interest, and he has personal observation and research that it has, you know, an impact on the well-being of the people who come to use his facilities. But please, let's stick to the more pressing issues.
Let's stick to the issues. Dr. Abati, your story.
The people of Akwa Ibom State, they are running the risk of getting a pepper soup governor. Because this is a pepper soup and jollof rice proposal. Pastor Umoeno telling people we will declare happy hour. I will argue from the point of view of culturology for leisure, for the promotion of leisure and all that. But in a state that has an unemployment rate of over 50%, in a state where the misery index is very high, where hunger rate in Akwa Ibom State is close to 70%. I don't think what the people of Akwa Ibom want to listen to is about happy hour that will be declared in bars all over the state, selected by the governor himself. And if the pepper soup is 200 naira, you will pay 50 naira. This is an odd description of stomach infrastructure. I don't think that the people of Akwa Ibom should be looking for a bartender, a bar manager, who will be serving them drinks every Friday. They should be looking for a governor who is going to address the issues of poverty, of unemployment, of growth, of development. In other situations, we've been told that the incumbent governor Dom Emmanuel, with his Dakada project and all of that, has done so much also with infrastructure. Okay, this same Pastor Umoeno, who, by the way, got to that position after Supreme Court decision and all of that, has what he calls their rights agenda. I thought he should have focused more on that, his rights agenda. What he wants to do for public health, what he wants to do with education, what he wants to do with artificial intelligence. These are the kind of things he should talk about. But for a man who wants to be governor to start saying he will serve people free pepper soup and give them jollof rice, Nigerians are suffering.
Well, all right, Dr. Mati. We shall take our final story with a quick wrap-up of the Arise News Delta State Gubernatorial debate in Warri on Wednesday, which got heated up after the anchors of the debate announced that the candidates of the All Progressives Congress and the People's Democratic Party who were absent from the debate will be given an opportunity to attend the debate today. The candidate of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Great Ogboru, then staged a walkout because, in his words, it was an ambush.
Chief Great Ogboru, you have a right of reply.
Yes,
for 1 minute, please, sir.
Yes, this is not acceptable to me. I think that is sort of an ambush, and I'm not prepared to go ahead with this debate further. I'm sorry. Thank you very much.
Dick Impella?
I kind of agree.
Well, Chief Ogboru, I believe you would have waited to have a response to your position. You also have the opportunity to be here tomorrow. If it is about Chief Great Ogboru, you are missing the opportunity right now. Chief Great Ogboru, you are missing an opportunity to speak to Delta indigenes at this crucial time. You have contested elections since 2003, 2007 to 2019. You've persistently contested elections. This is the time for you to make good your promises to Deltans that you have not had the opportunity to be governor to actually actualize. Chief Great Ogboru, you have the opportunity to have a rethink and return to the lectern.
Rufai, over to you.
Sad times. For somebody that a lot of people say has experience, he's been running since 2003, and I know that election in 2003 because it led to the closing down of a station, a radio station then, as regards, who won, who didn't win. For Great Ogboru to have done that is very sad. I'm happy at the fact that he came back, but some scars are too deep. You should never do that. You are there to debate in front of the Delta people. So even if the other people do not respect the Delta people enough to come debate in front of them, I'm talking about Mr. Sheriff Warri and the Deputy Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Ovio Magui, if they don't respect the people of their states that they want to govern enough to come debate in front of them, then please, you should not be part of them. Because by walking off stage, Chief Great OjyOkpe, you disrespected the Delta people. And I think apart from, apologizing, coming back on stage, he needs to be able to placate the Delta people for that. Because debates are supposed to be for the people. Absolutely. And for every other candidate Absolutely. That do not respect their people enough to come and debate in front of them. God is watching you.
Well said, Rufai. Well, thank you all for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending. Well, that's all I have for you on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.